We are going to interview Tomi Tajakka. He is the vocalist of Steven Seagulls, a country rock band based on Finland, but it travels and performs continuously abroad also. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you, I'm fine. It's been a day off, so I've had some spare time to drink coffee.
We are going to ask some questions now.
Okay.
Tell something about yourself, like your childhood, education, and what you're doing nowadays.
Okay, I was born in 1980 and I lived in Iisalmi for the first 20 years. And I went to school here in Keskustan koulu, which is nowadays called Edwin Laine, I think. And then I came to Juhani Aho school, and after that I went to Lukio, which is sort of a high school, and I played hockey and different kinds of sports and got involved in music from a couple of bands I played with my friends. And yeah, I've had a, if you can call it, sort of a normal childhood, living in Iisalmi and doing sports, playing music, hanging with friends.
How did music actually come into your life?
Well, we had a lot of LPs and records and CDs at my home when I was a kid, so we used to listen to music a lot. And my dad had a hobby of playing guitar, so I was kind of exploring his guitars at first, and we also sang a little bit at my home, and also my grandfather was singing in a choir and stuff like that. So there was some music involved in my childhood, and I always loved to watch VHS tapes of bands and listen to albums. So I guess a little bit like that, and then we formed a band. I think our first band when I was maybe 13 or 14, so I kind of grew into it. And my older brother played drums, so that was kind of an influence also.
What do you do in your free time, if there even is any?
Well, now I've had, I think, for 3 days off right now, so I've been cross-country skiing and doing some other sports and playing some guitar. I listen to music a lot and I read about music. I think music is still my hobby also and kind of a passion, even though I do it as a profession nowadays too. But I do a lot of stuff involving music, watching YouTube videos of different bands and reading about music. And so I would maybe say music, different kinds of sports, and then drinking coffee with my friends by the marketplace in Kauppahalli.
You do some voluntary work. Tell something about it.
Well, I think the latest thing that I've been involved in was is sort of a music project for younger people that is run by I don't know how to call it in English, Intry, which is kind of a organization to support younger people here in Iisalmi. And they wanted to start a music project that you would have a rehearsal room and instruments there, and also recording studio which is open to all the young people. So I noticed that they are starting this sort of a project, and I emailed them if I could be any help, maybe finding some instruments or maybe give some contacts to some people. And so they are mainly running it, and I've been helping with the equipment and trying to find places for the younger bands to perform in. And also some contacts that I have, I've been giving those to them so they can maybe cooperate with different organizations. And I think there's some few bands from Iisalmi are now going to Jyväskylä, which is about 3 hours south from here. So that is kind of the main thing right now.
And why do you want to do voluntary work?
Well, this one especially, I wanted to do it because when I was a kid, there was a, I don't know what it's called in English, maybe a youth counselor, nuoriso-ohjaaja here, Petri Kauppinen, who was a big influence for all the young musicians here in Iisalmi. He was doing a lot of work for the bands, finding out places where to play and where to rehearse and stuff like that. So I think that I got so much out of the youth music in Iisalmi that I felt that if it's possible, I would like to give some back and maybe help the younger people to at least try out if they like music. If they don't like it, maybe they will find something else involved in that. It doesn't have to be actually playing music. You can take photos or be a sound engineer or whatever. So I think mainly that, and I think that if we have possibilities, we should help other people in general, because it's I think it's part of being a human is helping other people, at least some, as much as you can, or if you are able to.
You have been a lot abroad lately. Have you learned something new about people or countries which you have visited?
Well, a lot actually. We have visited many countries, I think 26 or 7 right now. And I think one thing especially is that everywhere you go it's people who live there. So the cultures are different, the languages are different, but in general the people, when you talk face to face with somebody or few people, it's usually how would I say it? It's sort of similar. So I think the best way to learn about the culture is to talk with the people living there, and also that it's also up to yourself if you want to. Before you go to a country, if you want to think that, okay, this country is going to be like this, or these people are going to be like this, then you're going to be in a little bit of a trouble. But if you go there open-mindedly and let the people be what they are, I think it's a lot easier.
Has any country especially impressed you?
Well, I think a lot of countries have been impressive in many ways. I think by landscape and views, I think Faroe Islands that are part of Denmark, I think that was probably the most interesting by landscape. But I don't know, people seem to be really polite everywhere. We've had really good shows in Spain and Hungary and Poland, Germany, France. It's really hard to say. USA is an interesting country to go to because it's so big. The eastern coast is totally different than the western part, and the Midwest is different from the north and south. It's really strange because it's such a huge country, but it's really hard to name just one.
Do you have any future plans, maybe some dreams?
Yeah, I do. I would love to be involved in making better albums with the band, of course, and also learn to be a better songwriter. And well, all kinds of dreams. I would like to live in Lapland also, and I think my main dream is that my sisters and brothers and my family, everybody would be okay and like that. But if I think professionally, I think maybe just write better songs and make better albums is a good one, and maybe be able to tour some more years and see new places.
Do you have any special plans for this summer?
Well, we're gonna play a lot of festivals, so that's basically the same as last summer, but nothing really special has been like confirmed yet, but maybe there are some plans with few different organizations in Iisalmi that maybe we could put up some sort of not a band contest, but something involving music or something like that. So we will see about that, but it's only been a little talks about it so far, so I don't know yet.
So it was really nice to meet you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
We wish you good luck and success for the future.
Thank you, same to you.